Hi, this is Rob Polenic of Brutal Iron Gym. Today's workout was a chest workout. I did, however, unfortunately tear the upper part of my bicep, so big bummer on that. You can still try the workout. It won't happen to you. I didn't tear it due to the workout. So you can still finish the workout. I was doing one-arm chest flies with a cable to really emphasize the inside portion of my chest. I then did dumbbell incline flies, which targets the outside portion and pulls open kind of that pump that you create in the first movement. So it's really good for getting a good stress into the tissue, but not necessarily into your connective tissue. So you get the muscle tissue very well if you pump it up in a shortened range of motion first and then do heavy, longer range of motions. So that was a really good technique and it felt great. I did tear my bicep doing one of the chest flies. It was actually the very last set. What my reasoning for it that I'm guessing, because my food has been on point, sleep has been on point, hydration's been on point, what I think might be is that I'm just training my biceps too often, too close together. So my current structure is legs, then chest, then back, then shoulders and arms, and then I'll just repeat. So what happened this time was I wanted to kind of go into the new year, pushing intensity in workouts. So I decided not to take any breaks in between. I tend to just train those 4 days. So legs, chest, back, shoulders and arms, and then just repeat. But if I throw a rest day in, it's whenever I feel like. I felt good, so I just kind of cycled back through. Unfortunately, what happens is in that rotation, I have some bicep stress in the back day, and then bicep stress the very next day in shoulders and arms. And then I have legs, and I go to chest. With chest, since I do a lot of flies to help isolate my chest, since I have a short upper arm bone, I have to do a lot of flies to get my chest to grow rather than presses. What happens is in flies, your biceps are still very important and very involved in stabilization of chest flies, especially a dumbbell fly where you're going against gravity. So the hardest portion of the range of motion is when you're most extended, which is when the bicep would be most vulnerable. So I'm assuming that I carried too much tissue damage and stress from the back and shoulders and arms day that didn't heal in the 24 hours I trained legs and then came right back to chest. So what I'm going to do in the future is separate my bicep training out more, have more days of full rest in between the biceps, so that way I don't run into this issue again. What I'm going to be doing now, that it's injured, is doing a lot of therapies for it, backing off on my heavy chest training, unfortunately. So it'll take me about 4 weeks for this tissue to get back to where I can kind of train chest at moderate weight loads, and then another 4 weeks to where I can then train chest and probably not even have to pay attention to it. So it'll be about 8 weeks of rehab work. That gives me 8 weeks to emphasize my legs, do some more core work, find any movement that doesn't involve my bicep and just do the hell out of that thing. So I'll just grow other tissues until this thing rehabs, and then I'll get back to it. But I wanted to share that this happened to show that those things happen in life. I have been very successful in my life to grow my body. When I started weight training, I was 16, I only weighed 165 pounds, and I had a higher body fat percentage that I have now at 275 pounds. So I've gained 110 pounds. I've been as high as 297, but I've gained 110 pounds and I have a lower body fat percentage. So I've been very successful in putting on muscle tissue. And in the process of doing that, you do constantly push the body. Every once in a while, you'll push a little bit past where a line was and the body lets you know. So this is the body letting me know, hey, you gotta take some more time between bicep training. So I'll listen. But I wanted to share today's workout. I wanted to share what happened so that way people would know, and you can also see in future videos what I'm doing to rehab my bicep and how I respond to having injuries. When you have an injury, it is very frustrating. It can be very depressing. What I've found that helps the most is to keep moving. Find something to focus on and then focus the hell out of that thing. So I'll keep my nutrition, my calories, protein, keep my hydration going, keep my sleep quality, I'll keep all that going. And now with training, I'll rehab the bicep, make that a new fun project, and then I'll push harder into legs, abs, and other muscles that are not directly kind of negatively impacted by this injury issue. So that's how I respond. I just find something I can still do and I crush the hell out of it. Thought it'd be fun to share. If you have any questions, you can always let me know in the comments section or send us an email at brutalironGym@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.